Welcome back. Excuse me. Welcome back to myself playing Disco Elysium. We are. There's one up there. How do I get up to there? That's what that door must take me to. We're back to Disco Elysium, where we're just looking around, really, trying to figure out a murder. So let's. Bookshop, I don't think it's got anything.
In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot but catch your eye.
Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Wasn't I supposed to
do something important? Something murder related? There's always something important. Doesn't mean you can't take a moment to admire this piece of machinery.
Okay.
This is a Caprice Canema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful workhorse, Caprice 40, and the answer to the Lum's racing breed, Ferv series. With its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox, the Canema is able to reach 100 kilometers per hour in 13.5 seconds. And go on to a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour.
Won't it roll over in the first sharp corner?
The high center of balance is offset by a large battery pack mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the auxiliary systems and making the Canema effectively a mobile power plant.
This tech talk is really rubbing me the right way here.
Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
Okay, we are the first choice there. That machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Points to the vehicle. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
The lieutenant smiles ever so slightly. What's it packing there? Point to the engine.
130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there. Man, that's got to be a major advancement over the KR18 GU engine on the old Caprice 40.
That's what, rub your chin, a 7-liter V12?
7.2. Supercharged.
The lieutenant is trying to suppress a smug smile, unsuccessfully. A fine machine. Rub your hand over the smooth metal surface.
Yes. An extraordinary machine.
There's gentleness in the lieutenant's voice as his eyes run over the vehicle's contours.
It's nice and all, but why so modest? Put some zing into it. Flare it up. Slam it down. Helium headlights would improve the range and quality of the visual field a lot.
Ever thought about switching to helium headlights?
Actually, I have a pair at home. Just haven't gotten around to fitting them yet. I need to lay some wiring for the ballast first.
If we get this case solved, maybe we can do it together.
Maybe.
Yes,
definitely, maybe.
He replies with an apologetic smile and nod.
That means no.
Okay, let's move.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you run a serial number from a pair of armoured boots for me?
Sure, officer. What's the number? And the make of the armor, if you know it.
E50.100.1000. That makes the model of the armour is Fairweather T-500/VE.
Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolani law enforcement service, the crown jewel in the moral intern diadem, alongside EPIS and the coalition government.
Okay. Alice, please let me contact the 31st again.
Just a moment, officer.
10-4, Camille officer, over.
Yeah, nothing new there. 10-10, transmission complete, stand by, over, end of call.
Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Okay, close the door. So, any choices? Let's quiz my friend here again, see if he knows something about
Now it's
drugs.
turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind?
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Okay, what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of foul cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il-Moran market now.
Okay, right, I have another question.
Taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Is that all for now? Bye.
Welcome to Rivachol.
And that's a rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell
It's
him.
men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he needs is fixation of the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right. You're undermining our best shot at self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Racist lorry driver.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Yeah, fucking A, Kim, I've got your back. Give Lieutenant a punch on the shoulder.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The
lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that we've settled, we have a couple of
Whatever you
questions.
say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarettes smouldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high-tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
I found this mug in the trash, shouts the man. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He wipes the tears from his eyes.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Ah, so you're just a racist. Makes sense.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books. Huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Right, I've already made my mind up. Want to hear about it?
Oh?
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, Runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look and turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence.
Looking for something, Runt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
Wait, how long's this been going on then?
The strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But this here is just the last week or so.
What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Let's go with apples.
Yeah, apples? I take it you had other rations?
But let's get back into that tree.
Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up
Skip
apples.
that one.
Is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if
There
you
we
had
go.
something to hide.
Sounds like a cover story to me.
Look, as detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. They got ancient rights and privileges.
He's lost his patience for
Oh, I'm
explaining
here
it.
to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular, Koiko-picked apples.
Koiko may be another derivative for a person from Grad, you think.
So they grow apples in Grag.
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yogotaka is not in the south, and they definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're everywhere, except their own homes.
You keep saying Koikos, what does that actually mean?
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Gradniks, Gradvolk, those degenerates from Grad.
Okay, so it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, can I see the apples?
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
He looks at you with a strange glint in his eyes.
Relax, you've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
Hold on, what's a carter?
Someone with a cart. What did you think it was? That's how deep into history our thing reaches. Before machines.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh? Very ancient. Very prestigious.
So you're in a carter's guild?
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice and no laughing matter.
All done for now. Anything else here? Yeah, we'll take some coins. We can we talk to? We got a big boss standing there in the middle. That's the door. Let's talk to him.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is in the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy from out of his eyes. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full-headed taller than everybody else.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then I'm thinking no.
Good. Fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of calls are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
I don't think I've chosen any side yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Regardless, I had some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like, why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
What is a strike?
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
What do the strikers want?
Mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You're wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Who are all these strike bearers? Look around.
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
Man runs a hand through his steadily grey military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I'm going to ask you, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
A deep set, suspicious drips from every syllable. Routine, part of the
Am I
investigation.
a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Bouncer, where? I frequent your pals, maybe I know one.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
It's a long time.
Let's try this China again. Okay, I'm going to ask where you're
What's
exactly
it to
from.
you?
I thought you looked real familiar for a second there.
No, don't think we've met before.
Yeah,
I came to help out.
already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Not right now, but I think I might have been there. I don't really remember well.
Uh-huh. It's a long time.
Okay, I'm going to go through this a bit
What's it
quicker.
to you? Big mess. Caused by union. We're all workers, right? Workers stick. Worked at Territorial.
Never heard of it. Are you lying?
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
He didn't like that version of that question. Let's try.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I wasn't done asking
Things are busy
questions.
enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
We'll
The
see.
hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
What exactly is your goal
We
here?
promised work. In there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Are you unable to breach the entrance?
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
He points at the dockwater idling on the staircase. Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind him.
How bad could one guy be? You seem capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained. I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered storming in like all of you?
Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfectly lined beer square wedged. I'm just going to leave now.
Scab?
Asked the man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
Hold on, where did they all come from?
Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think.
You don't seem to like them
Gotta be
much.
bloody stupid, freaking evil to stay. Or I guess scared, maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mass, squinting his eyes of trying to assert what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Psst. Show him your stolen card. Now has arrived the perfect moment.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the wild north? Come to see the strife?
Hey, the man in the you're the man in the boots at the gate. Kuno says you know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
He's
To
promised.
get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me, pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno used us too. What scared you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
The probe into armor. What did you learn?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
What sort of technical stuff?
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
4 parts of armor up for grab, but I already sent the boots
I guess
away.
you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least.
Hold up, 4 pieces. Helmet, corsage, gauntlet, boots. What about leggings?
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
I'm going to find 1 piece of it. 1 is enough.
Nice and balanced. Some junior officers can take care of the rest.
Smart choice. It's only that one spot you need armored too. The one the bullet hits. Good luck if you go for those boots though. You'd have an easier time wresting the spurs off a boyadero than getting them off him.
Thank you for your cooperation, sir.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
I'm actually a worker like you guys. Show him the stolen card.
The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic, then at you, then back at the card, then at you again.
But that's not you, officer.
It's an old picture.
From back when you were not a cop, but a heavy-set, dark-skinned dock worker named Santiago Jean?
Yes.
Highly unlikely. I've known John for several years. Also, you told me you're a cop, remember? How did you get a shift card?
Now you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived. Sorry.
I was like a sign, a wind deposit before my feet. I felt closeness to this person.
Yes, the city has a way of pairing souls. John's been out drinking himself blind. He should be more careful, that Johannes. Can I have the card?
No, it will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
No, I'm afraid the card's evidence of the ongoing investigation.
Is my friend also too? Who knew?
I'm a bit short on my right now. Can you give me some of it?
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns.
Appreciated.
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to...
He points towards the protesters.
You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing.
The Union has its problems getting by.
Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though.
Every little bit helps, you know.
I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
What is the strike about anyway?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Nice talk. Gonna get moving.
Aces low. For the rest of the world, the Aces Low is just some cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsaraga's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades. And those cargo pants look like they could fit tools for hot-fixing your burning aerostatic. You should ask him about this.
I don't think anything else I was really... Okay. Nothing in there at the moment. Do we do this or do we do this? I think we'll do one of these again. For 6. I will do that one. Okay, we've talked to 2 people about the strike, so I think we'll end this recording here and continue in a moment. As usual, if you watch this, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys again later. Bye.